What's going on, everyone? This is Slackerman with another model review. Today we are looking at the Easy Model F-14B Tomcat in the 1/72 scale. Easy Model obviously is a brand of plastic models that are pre-built. I'm not that big a fan of plastic models just because they're super fragile. In this jet, it's nicely detailed for the price. As you can see, this is only a $30 model, so I think for the price they did a great job with the detailing, but it is extremely fragile. So this is, as it says, just a model. It's not comparable to the die-cast models that I usually collect, which to me can be, it is both a model and they're durable enough to play with, to pick up, to move around, to kind of put in different poses, and not really poses with a jet, but you know what I mean. You can kind of pick up and play with them, whereas this plastic model is very fragile, so I wouldn't be picking this up, moving it around too much. It feels like it'd break very easily. So let's take a look. As far as the packaging, you get just a big window box here, F-14B Tomcat, 1/72 scale, Easy Model. Again, a window so you can see. Here is some of the different F-14s that you can get. So they have some F-14Bs. I believe they make an F-14D. That's the one I really wanted, the Super Tomcat. That's one of my favorite jets, if not my favorite jet fighter of all time, the F-14D Tomcat, or the Super Tomcat. But I couldn't find that one, so this is what they had at my local model shop. So as far as the model itself, again, I think Easy Model did a great job with this. You can see the cockpit is nicely done. The only big thing I don't like is they didn't paint this green or give you some green plastic for the heads-up display part on the window. But again, you can see the lettering is nice and clean. The pilot and radar intercept officer who sits in the back. The nose, nicely detailed with all the different placards, the warning sign, the rescue. You have the Olympic rings for whatever reason on the nose section. This is extremely fragile. This is already bent a few times. I've had to straighten it out. Going down the back of the jet, they did include some nice panel lining, so you can see that, some of the rivets, if you get in real close, the different antennas and sensors. The vents here are nicely done, and then the big kind of panels here that the Tomcat's known for on top of its intakes. The vertical stabilizers, you have its little insignia there, the decal, which is again super clean. The paint's really nice, all the different panel lining, the in-flight lights, the squadron number, I believe that's what that is. So again, very cool. You can see on the side you have your sidewinders on each side. Taking a look under, I'm glad that they included an armament. So you have your Sidewinder, your Sparrow, and then your Phoenix missiles, kind of the standard loadout for the Tomcats. For the F-14Bs and As anyway. Usually the Ds, they had guided bombs because that was considered the bomb cat, or kind of a strike jet. Anyway, you have the kind of lantern pod or targeting pod underneath the nose, so that's very cool. And again, the Phoenix missiles and the Sparrows and the Sidewinders are nicely done. The underside is nicely detailed as well, so you have USS Saratoga, Navy, some decals by the engine there, and then you have the Navy star right there. So again, very cool, nicely detailed. This is gears down. You can't change out the gear, so this is stuck in the gears down position. You don't get a stand with it, but the inside of the gear bay is nicely detailed. So again, a very nice, nice looking model, just very fragile. Then you have your big arrestor hook, which looks very cool. Taking a look at the back of the jet, you have a nice look at the engines, which they really did a great job detailing the inside of the thrusters. The outside of the nozzles are nicely done with that silver paint, and then the inside has some great detail for the burners. So again, very cool. And then of course, Tomcat model wouldn't be complete without the articulating swing wings. So let me put my camera down for a second. You can swing the wings out all the way, which looks very cool. Again, I get really irritated. For example, Franklin Mint, they make a lot of 1/100 scale models, die cast. You've seen probably some of my reviews on them. Their Tomcats, they don't include the functioning swing wings. And I see a lot of Tomcat models like that where they just leave the wings either in the fully extended or retracted position, which I hate. I think if you're gonna make a Tomcat or any sort of swing wing aircraft into a model, you have to include the articulating wings. So overall, it's a very cool model for the price point. I think it's very well detailed, just again, extremely fragile. So if you're looking for something more to kind of display and play with, I would not suggest this, because even if you drop it, it might shatter. I'll probably still try to kind of mess around with it, but I'll probably just leave it on my shelf, because it's a kind of a cheap 172 option to have for a model or for a Tomcat. So hope everyone liked the video, and thanks a lot for watching. Bye.